Hello and welcome to episode 1.1 of the Sober Session podcast. I wanted to do this as like a sort of deep dive insight to the back end of the first episode, and I want to do these in between so you can sort of get to know me, my journey a little bit more, and just do things off the cuff, nothing scripted. Not that the episodes were scripted or the episode was scripted as such, but yeah. So I want to touch on why starting sobriety or a sober journey is boring. So being sober starts off boring, and it can be boring. Now I say that because obviously first and foremost I've been there and I've dipped in and out. But I think it boils down to and falls down to like habitually and like your habits of what you're used to, what you're not used to. So like obviously if you've had a stressful week at work, or if you've had a bad week just in general in your personal life, the first initial thing is to go to alcohol. And it is because it gives you that quick fix sort of gratification of going, and you relax. You don't use other coping mechanisms. So I've had to sort of learn over the past few times of doing sobriety, or the past now 5 months, that I need other outlets and other, sources of income for me dopamine and me serotonin and stuff like that, in order to get that high. You'll probably never get the same high as what you would off alcohol or drugs and stuff. But in terms of getting that natural, slowly progressive across the course of the day high, it's a total different sort of ball game. So why is it boring? It's boring because of those factors. It's boring because, it's a hard thing to do, and usually when you're doing it, you're on your own. You're on your own up here, and especially being around other people that still drink and you're being out, because you're probably guaranteed always first one to leave in those situations or in nights out. And, it can also be a lonely journey as well. Because while everybody is drinking around you, you're thinking, am I making the right choice here? Am I doing what I should be doing or supposed to be doing, or what society tells me that I should be doing? But if you know that it's not right for you, then you don't do it. And I battled with that for a very long time about, this isn't right for me, this isn't right for me, but I still continue to go back. And it is difficult and it's hard, and it does become very boring. Like at the start, like it's like, well, what do we do? So I had to dip back into creating sort of new habits, or going back to old things that had started. So one being the podcast, doing this. Another one, which is completely new, was creating a men's mental health walk. And I've always advocated that. So it was just like, it's helped me during this process, either walking or running or some form of exercise. So let's try and help other fellas. Let's bring a group of lads together who've never met before. Like I know all of them apart from a handful, and let's bring them together, because doing stuff like that can slowly, without you realising, help you build your confidence. So that's why I started doing that, but it keeps me accountable and keeps me in check for everything that I'm doing. So being sober can be boring, and a massive part of the time it is. But once you start doing all the things that you're supposed to do, or meant for, it slowly starts becoming that little bit easier. So as I say, you go back to old things that you used to do, you create new habits, you meet new people, and it starts slowly becoming the best feeling in the world, waking up on a weekend, Saturday, especially Sunday, knowing that you've got to go back to work on the Monday, and you're just feeling like utter crap. There's also that sense of pride and sense of relief, because no one ever says, oh, I'm gutted that I didn't drink last night. No one ever says that, ever. So I know it can be boring, and I know it can be hard, but if you're thinking about doing this journey, or if you're on this journey already, keep going if you're on it. But if you're thinking about doing it, I would strongly suggest to do it, because I believe that we've all got a creative side in us, one extreme to another, or from, I'm doing all this. I've sang in the past as well. I haven't done that for years now, and again, like when you pattern it all together, it's probably in relation to that. Like I didn't turn up to the auditions because I went out and got pissed the night before. Those little things like that I know that if I wasn't to drink, like where would I be now? Where would my confidence be now? So if you're definitely thinking about doing it, have a think as to where your creativeness lies, or what you've left fall to the wayside. Because once you do, you'll go, oh my God, like why was I letting this one thing suppress everything that I've ever wanted to do? Because you don't realise that it knocks your confidence and you're like, oh no, it's not the drink. It fucking is. Like, it really is. And again, I'm not persuading anyone to stop drinking. Just give it a go. Like, what's the worst that can happen if you just give it a go? If you go, it's not for me, but I'm cutting down on the drink. Hats off to you. Like, kudos to you. And like, I don't want to get into all the, like, it is a drug, all this stuff, all that stuff, because you get to that point and you realise that, like, God, this has been holding me back for such a long time. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and say, like, why sobriety is boring, and, like, I wanted to do this. This is, like, my sort of first episode on my own, so apologies if I was waffling there, but you get me point. Like, it can be boring, and it is boring, but once you start doing other things, besides living for the weekend, basically, you start realising that it's such, not only a bigger world in terms of opportunity, but you also realise your full potential off the back of becoming sober. But yeah, so that's the end of that. Have a good day.